All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. We are back, baby. I am so excited to be back filming. Finally back in my room, back safe. I feel so great. Let me tell y'all. So to go to Miami, I wanted to get a new camera so that I can vlog up there like without my phone, because when I vlog with my phone without a mic, the volume is really bad. Like, well, not really bad, but like for 7 pluses it goes in and out. So I didn't want to use that, so I got a camera, and I bought a 50mm lens, and it wasn't the right lens. It's too up close. That's the one I'm using now. That's why it's so close, but like the background's blurred. I wanted that, but I didn't want to spend that much money. So then when I was looking into it, and the 18 to 55 does better vlogging or whatever. It's a whole lot, so I had to order that one after, and I already had this one, so I was like, let me just record with this one. So, but that Miami trip, y'all. Y'all, the Lord did not want us to go on this trip. I don't know. Well, now I know why a little bit, I feel like. But he just did not want us to go. And I'm not saying, for those of you out there that's like, see, that's why. I'm not saying that the Lord made this happen. I'm just saying this stuff happened because we still went by force. Let's start out. Miami spring break is the place that all college students go. Spring break, you know. Yeah, everybody from different colleges is there if you don't already know. So, let's see. Leading up to it, we already said at the beginning of this year that we were going to go to Miami for spring break. It was already a thing. We were like, okay, no, we're not going to go to Miami. We're going to just stay here and do something different every day, right? Like laser tag in the escape room, wine and paint or whatever. Like, we were just going to do different things like that. Then it turned into Atlanta. We were going to go there with some of our friends that we have, celebrate Ghana independence, just do different things down there in Atlanta, right? That changed. We were going back to Miami. Then it was like, no, we're not going to Miami. Then it was like, we're going to Miami. We're looking for a room. So we're looking for a room. We get the room booked and everything. Fast forward to the day before. Esther and I are running around getting things done. So for the sake of privacy, I'll just name my friend Betsy. So it's me, it's Esther, it's Betsy. So I'm not gonna feel like saying Betsy. Let's call her Kayla. So it was me, Esther, and Kayla, and we're all ready to go. So me and Esther are running around getting errands. Kayla calls Esther because she was Esther's friend first. Like they're in the same major and everything. So Kayla has been communicating with Esther this whole time. So Esther tells me that Kayla's saying her car got towed, so she's not going. So we were just like, okay, well, you know, the day before we were supposed to leave, not going, right? We were really upset. But honestly though, I was like, no, like we're going. My hopes were still kind of high, right? So later on into the day, Kayla tells Esther that she was able to get it out. She gets it out. That's that. So fast forward Wednesday night, my parents call. They don't want me leaving in the night. So I said, okay, wishes are granted because you all are my parents, who I love very much. So after Esther and I were running errands that day, like later on that night when it was time for us to go, we just went back to my house and stayed there until 3 in the morning when Kayla came and we left. So yeah, we were just chilling and stuff. Meanwhile, as we were chilling, Kayla is telling Esther how she's not going, her clothes not fitting, all this other stuff. Just a whole runaround again. But at the end of the day, she ends up coming. We go. So we're on the road. We get to Miami finally around like 3 in the afternoon because we left around 3 a.m. and we arrive at the hotel. So we're excited. Actually, we're all kind of tired. I feel like, I know I was tired. I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, I've been riding in this car for 11 hours. I drove a little while of the way as well, just to kind of split it with Kayla. And we get into the hotel. So me and Kayla are inside. We're checking in. And you know how when you check in a hotel, you don't put all the adults that are there because you can kind of like sneak the other ones in, you know. You don't really put all the adults. When we're checking in, there's like rules on the desk that I noticed, and I'm like, Kayla, like look at this. Like it says like no guests after 11. So we're like, hold on, because I have friends that I know that are in Miami Kayla, Esther, they have friends that are in Miami. What if like we all want to come back to the room? Like, what is that? So I asked the man, I'm like, why do you guys have this rule? Like, nobody past 11. And he's like, oh, yeah, because people try to sneak in and stuff like that. And we have to use your IDs every time you come in. And we're like, are you serious? So, okay. So already we're like, we can't even stay there. And they wanted a $100 security deposit that they did not say on the website. So Kayla was like, no, like, y'all are not taking my car. Y'all are not taking $100 off my card. No, no, no. And the way that Kayla is, she was like the mother of the trip. She's a little older than Esther and I, but still, like, she is stubborn. She's going to do what she wants to do, and I respect that. So she was like, no, like, y'all are not taking $100 off my card. No, we're not doing that. We're not staying here. And she's so cute because she was like, Jill, go talk to him because I can't talk to him. So I go back in and I'm like, come on, man. Like, you know, I don't know what I was doing. He was just explaining to me, like, about everything. And I was like, I know it's your job, man. Like, kind of like, when your mama yelling at the employees and you're like, I'm sorry, like, whatever. So, long story short, we don't end up staying there. We're having to find another place to stay. We canceled that reservation. So we're all sitting in the car trying to find a place, right? Kayla's like, oh yeah, what about that Days Inn that we saw? We booked the Days Inn. The Days Inn's 35 to 40 minutes away. We're like, Kayla's like, no. Kayla's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not staying. I'm not going 40 minutes away. Okay, cool. So we're like, okay, still looking, still in the car, still looking. Mind you, it's maybe like 5 something in the afternoon at this point. We're sad, we're mad, the day is going away, right? So I find these apartments. So I'm like, okay, it's these apartments. It's like 7 minutes away from the beach, South Beach, where everybody stays. And it seemed legit. It was a part of Travelocity. So Kayla was like, okay, yeah, let's book that. We book it. As soon as we book it, we drive over to the apartments where they're at. We look outside. It looks a little sketch, but not too bad. So we're out there, and all of a sudden a lady calls on Kayla's phone. And she's like, oh, hello, you guys just booked with Sunrise Apartments, blah, blah, blah. A van is going to drive up, and he's going to take your credit cards and IDs and then take you to where the apartment is or something like that. She's telling us. Kayla's like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. We're not getting no van. No, I'm not doing that. That is too sketchy, blah, blah. So the lady's like, okay, if you don't want to do that, then come meet me at this address. I'll text you the address. I'm like, okay. So the lady texts us the address. We get to the address. We cannot find where this lady is at. So I tried calling the number back. It says, it's like that, this number has been disconnected, blah, blah. Basically, it's not there. So immediately, Kayla is like, oh my gosh, it's a scam. That was a scam. I knew I should have. That's a scam. Oh my gosh, it's a scam. They took off money. That's a hotel money, blah, blah. So me and Esther are just like this. At that point, I was like, maybe it is, because where is this lady? Why isn't the phone working? What is going on? So I'm like, okay, Kayla, what does it say on your bank statement? And she says that it says Travelocity, and they took out all of our hotel money that we had for the hotel. So I'm calling Travelocity. I called Travelocity about 6 times. Customer service is crap, okay? Travelocity, if you're watching this, y'all need to get it together, because I was so mad. Kayla couldn't really talk to them because she was mad. When I'm trying to get something done, it has to get done. It has to get done, and I have to make sure, especially at this time, because it was around, it went on to 7 into the night at this point that we were on the phone with Travelocity just trying to figure out where this lady was, like, for hours. So I'm yelling at them like,
we drove 11 hours, we're not from here, we just booked with y'all, y'all gotta find us someplace to stay. Y'all gotta find us someplace to stay, because we are not driving back 11 hours. I said, y'all gotta find a hotel right here on South Beach.
I was going into every single rep that I got on the phone with every single time. It was about like literally, I think it was the 6th time we finally got a hold of a supervisor. So the supervisor gets through to the lady, because each rep tried to get through to this lady at these apartments, but nobody was successful. So we were like, it's a scam. We were telling the Travelocity people that it was a scam. The supervisor gets through to the lady. The lady's like, oh, I thought you guys were coming. We're like, oh my gosh, lady, like, where have you been? Lo and behold, we had the wrong phone number. It was off by one number, which was really sketchy because it's like, how are you texting us? What phone were you texting us off of? Kayla was saying it was a WhatsApp number. I don't know, but we were a number off and it was the wrong number. So we finally get through to the lady. I'm like, can you stay on the phone? I'm like,
can you stay on the phone with us until we find you, please? Please.
Like, and she's like, yeah, no problem. I'll come outside. We drive to the place. As we check in, me and Kayla go in, we check in, and we go back to our apartments. So we're in the apartments. At this point, we're drained, we are tired, and we're still a little on edge because since we got there at 3, we have been arguing with these people and trying to find a place to stay until now. And it was like, wasn't it like 8? I think it was like 8, going on 8, right?
It was going on 9.
Okay, going on 9.
8 was when we were looking for the Mercury.
Okay, yeah, because we were looking for this hotel called Mercury, and when we went in there, Master and I went in there, they're talking about, first of all, we couldn't even find it. We was asking everybody on the street, do you know what Mercury is? Do you know what Mercury is? Do you know what Mercury is? They're like, I think I thought. Whatever, nobody knew, but we found it, and Mercury was full. So we got to the apartment, we took our showers, we're changed. After we get changed, we go to this club called Cameo that's down there. It was like everybody was talking about it at the time, so that's the place that we knew to go to. So we're walking on this trip, walking down to Cameo. Y'all, catcalling was crazy. I already knew it was crazy in Miami because I've been to Miami once, but I guess on spring break it's to another level, but that's besides the point. So we're there, we're all 3 in our heels, feet hurting because we went to Burger King first, but we didn't wear our heels, we wore our little slides or whatever. So when we go back to the car to change into our heels, we're walking down the street, we're like, like, oh my gosh, I feel congested. We're like, my feet hurt. Kayla's like dying. She's like, no, I can't do it no more. I can't walk no more, y'all. Like, Kayla's dramatic, y'all. But, I mean, we're all dramatic, but Kayla is dramatic. Yeah, so we're walking. She's like, I can't do this no more, blah, blah. So we get to a point where, almost to Cameo, but I wasn't about to stand inside the club. No, none of us are really about to stand inside that club with our heels. So we are wobbling back down the street. Kayla's like, I can't. So Esther goes to get the car. We get back in the car, and a friend of mine texts, we go over there. That was that day. Next day we wake up. Every day we woke up kind of late. I'm not even about to like, ew, I literally sound congested. Whew. Okay, where was I? Oh my gosh, where was I at? Like every day we kind of wake up a little late. We didn't mean to, we didn't do it intentionally, but we weren't even stressing it because this is our spring break. Even though if I had to do it again, I would say wake up early just to get things done and just to be out already, because when you don't, it's like it's just overcrowded and you don't get to do a lot of stuff. Next day we get up, we went to the beach. We had a whole lot of fun. We got to hold like some parrots at this really cool restaurant we went to. I mean, really all we ever got to do was like go to the beach, go eat, go back to the beach, and then go out. So that's what happened this day, I believe. And we went back out. So I had some friends that I grew up with. Shout out to Adrian, Tyler, Jalen, all of y'all. They are so cool. They were really like, well, I was really in communication with Adrian, but they are really like my friends because they were actually worried about us and what we were doing, and they're just really cool people. So shout out to y'all. Like worried about us throughout this trip because they knew what was going on. So yeah, they were going to Cameo that night too, and so were some girls that I grew up with as well. They were all there. So we went to Cameo. We saw them in the line. Skip the line, baby. And that's why, because Adrian paid for Kayla's ticket. Like, they were not trying to take Kayla's money because they don't take cash. It was $30 to get in. And Adrian was just like, I got it. So shout out to you, Adrian. You are just a real friend, right? So we're in Cameo. Cameo was lit. It was so lit. I was having so much fun. It was just great. It was just a great time. We get out of Cameo, y'all. We get out of Cameo. We can't find a car. I'm a little lit, you know, so I'm sitting there like happy. I'm just happy. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And Esther and Kayla are like, where's the car? Where's the car? So I'm not really like minding, because I'm just like, where's the car? or whatever. And Esther and Kayla are like, where is the car? Like, we cannot find the car. The car towed. The car gone. The car is gone. And when I did like sober up, I was like, you know what? When we parked there, I was just kind of like, can we even park here? We should have just been thinking. But we parked where the taxi cabs park.
Stupid.
And we were towed because we talked to some guy across the street, I remember, and he was just like, oh yeah, this car, yeah, it was towed. So we got the number of the towing place, everything. We're calling, texting people, trying to have somebody to help us out, take it out or whatever. Like, we're just like, you know, trying to talk to people that are down there in Miami that we knew were down there to see if they can help us. Esther gets a hold of a longtime friend. If you're watching this, longtime friend, shout out to you. May God bless you, because wow, he sent us the money, we got it out. We ended up going back to meet one of Kayla's friends, and that was pretty much the night. I really should have went back with Adrian and them because he was asking me like where we were, but yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the end of the night. So next day comes, baby. This was a great day. We got up, we went to, it was supposed to be brunch, but it was like lunch at that time. So we got lunch. Me and Jasmine got these 2 big drinks. They were so good, and we were out. Like, it didn't knock us out. Like, you know, we weren't like drunk, but we were lit. It was great. They tasted so good. They could have been a little bit more like fruity. It was kind of like watered down, but whatever. Anyways, we get to the beach. This is a great, we were mostly just taking pictures and stuff like that. So we got really good pictures, and we just stayed out on the beach until it was pretty much nighttime. It was so much fun, y'all. When I tell y'all that beach was fun, like, it was literally like just a regular party but on the beach. It was so much fun. There were like some guys that were like Caribbean, and so of course you know I'm dancing that Caribbean music, baby. You know I am, and they were going crazy, literally as if it was a Caribbean party. Like, that's how they were acting. Somebody picked me up. I don't know how it happened. I don't know when. I don't know when, where, why, how, who, but it happened. And I was just like, what is going on? I saw Adrian out there. They had drinks too. It was just popping. It was so much fun. Like, I never had that much fun on the beach. So much fun. So yeah, after that little beach fiasco, that was a lot, but it was so much fun. I keep saying it was so much fun. Was it fun, Jillian? Was it fun? But yeah, so after that, we decided to go back to the room. We got food first. Y'all, honestly, I was in the back seat. I was asleep. So Kayla and Esther, Esther wanted food, so we got some food. I still had my leftovers, so I ate that when we got back to the room. We got back to the room, we changed to go out, and we changed pretty late, so we didn't end up going anywhere. We just went to sleep, which I'm not mad at. I'm really not, because I wasn't trying to pay to get into no clubs. Nobody was trying to pay to get into no clubs, so, or to no party. So we just chilled at the room, and that was that. So we woke up 7-ish in the morning, and we just started packing up our stuff to leave. We get on the road, and this is when it gets a little bit more serious, because we literally were not even out of Miami yet. Not even 10 minutes out of Miami, or on our way out of Miami, and we get into a car crash. And we were going straight, and a car was turning left, and when you're turning left, you wait for the like ongoing traffic to already go, and then you can turn your left. But the man did not wait. He turned his left whilst we were going, because the light was a fresh yellow light. So we're going, slam right into him. Airbags deploy. It could have been so much worse. That's why we were all just thanking God. Me and Esther broke down when we did get out, because it could have been so much worse. The whole car, I mean, it was totaled. It was totaled because the airbags deployed. It was crazy. Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I was not wearing my seatbelt, because we weren't really like on the road yet. I was going to put it on. I promise you I was going to put it on. Just always wear your seatbelt. As soon as you get in, put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. But I was not, and so I had to brace myself up against the 2 passenger seats If I did not do that, I would have been flying. Esther and Kayla had their seatbelts on, luckily. So, but with the airbags, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was really, really sad. And we didn't end up leaving until around 3. So we got back here in where we stay at 3 a.m. We had to get a rental. Whilst I was driving, Kayla was in the back. I think she was like kind of asleep, I don't know. And while I was driving, it was a little late at this point. And all of a sudden, I feel like the engine, it kind of like, it sounds like it shut off. So I was just like, what happened? I looked straight to that gas and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm so stupid. I didn't even notice that the gas ran out. So we're coasting at this point. I'm like, Esther, what am I doing? Esther's like,
I said, take this exit. That's what I said. And the gas station right there.
Okay, sorry. Esther has spoken. Esther said, take this exit, Jillian. And the gas station should be right there or whatever. Kayla pops up from the back. She's like, turn off the air. That. And, you know, they was mad. But I was just like, I'm sorry. I didn't even notice, right? So, we are coasting. That has never happened before in my life. So I immediately get out. I'm walking to the gas station, calling my mom, tell her what has been going on, because I did call both of my parents when the crash happened. So because we were going to, there was so many different options going through my parents' head. Shout out to, I love my family so much. They were
giving after.
Yeah, she did. Like, I really do appreciate my parents and my sisters, because oh my gosh, just thank God. I thank God for them every day, because they were really finding us outlets. My dad was ready to get us 3 train tickets real quick, fast. But yeah, so we're walking to that gas station. Kayla gets out. She's walking with me. We get the little gas pump thing. Struggling to figure out how to put it in. Kayla knew though, but we were just kind of struggling to figure out how to work it, really. We got the gas and we're off again. So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty terrible ending, because when we got back, as you can probably hear, I'm a little sick. I was extremely sore. We were all sore. Yeah, it was a pretty terrible ending to a somewhat okay trip. At the end of the day, everything that we went through, it was not worth it going. A few things that happened on the trip, I feel like is the reason why God really did not want us to go, and by force we went. So, not saying that he made all this stuff happen. You know, I feel like it was going to happen. We just should not have been in Miami, I don't think. So, yeah, that is pretty much the story time, you know, leading up to Miami, what happened in Miami, what happened after Miami. We're all okay. Thank you guys for watching this story time. I hope you, enjoyed hearing the events that were that enjoyable, but nonetheless, you know, it's interesting to hear about. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that. Vlogging will get better. I promise you. Please just give me time with this new equipment, baby. I know what I'm doing, but I'm still learning, you know, so just give me time with all this. Videos are definitely gonna go up a lot more frequently once I am not really in school. This summer, all I have to do is my internship and a few classes, so I should be able to give you guys videos. I'm ready to give you guys the videos, the content, and just really grow my channel, really start investing my time into it. So yeah, you know, turn on that notification bell to know when I upload. And if you want to see more about Miami or some of the pictures that I've taken, follow me on social media, my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat like that, but if I get enough followers on there, like enough watchers, whatever, then I'll start using it. But yeah, stay blessed and stay sweet. Why don't go down there?
Release the rhythm, the international vibes machine. Credible.
Caribbean house.